Brought to you by NerdWallet. Atlanta beat the 76ers in last season's Eastern Conference Finals. It was Game 7 of the series that started the Ben Simmons saga in Philadelphia. Simmons remains out of the Sixers lineup as he is mentally unable to play. And Simmons was at Philadelphia's shootaround yesterday ahead of their win versus the Pistons. The Sixers, though, are 3-2 without him. So for more on Ben Simmons, we're joined now by ESPN NBA reporter Tim Bontemps. Tim, Simmons was at shootaround yesterday. Are we any closer to seeing him return to action on the court?
No, Malik, I don't think we are. You know, he obviously was at shootaround, like you said, yesterday, and he was at the facility the past few days before that, as Philadelphia was in Oklahoma City and then in New York for games against the Thunder and the Knicks earlier this week. But as of now, Ben Simmons is still out indefinitely for personal reasons, and it seems like that's going to be the case going forward. Now, as you said, the Sixers are playing the Atlanta Hawks tomorrow. It would be rather incredible if Ben Simmons was making his debut this season in that game, given that this all started, like you said, when he passed up that dunk with 3.5 minutes to go in Game 7 against the Hawks, and Philadelphia ultimately went on to lose that game and the series. But for as juicy of a storyline as that would be, I don't think we're going to get it tomorrow, and we're still in sort of a holding pattern waiting to see when or if Ben Simmons is going to be back on the court with his teammates.
Okay, interesting. So Joel Embiid, he has been hobbled since the opener, but did go for 30 and 18 last night. How is his knee feeling today?
I mean, look, Malika, this is kind of an annual thing with Joel Embiid, right? He tends to be questionable and a game-time decision for a lot of games, and that's been the case for each of the past 4 games Philadelphia has played. Ever since the opening quarter of the season in New Orleans, when he banged into Jonas Valanciunas' knee. Now, you see on this play here, when he drove to the rim and did that pump fake and dunk last night, he grimaced coming back down the court. And he's talked at times about how this is something he's going to have to play through. Now, obviously, with Ben Simmons already out, Philadelphia needs Joel Embiid playing at an MVP level like he was against the Pistons for them to win games. But as Joel himself said last night, you know, if they're struggling to beat a team like the Pistons, they're going to have a lot of trouble beating teams like the Knicks, who obviously blew them out the other day, and a team like the Hawks, who they're trying to compete with in the playoff picture tomorrow at home. So this is something they're going to have to monitor going forward, and his health is obviously critical to their chances of trying to survive without Ben.
Absolutely. Early days, but they need to be playing the long game here. Tim, thank you so much for joining us. The Sixers host the Hawks tomorrow. So here are the Eastern standings through the first 10 days of the season. Some surprising teams. The top early on, the Knicks, the Hornets, the Bulls, the Wizards. Perk, you wanted to talk about the Wizards? Just all with one loss for all of them. And teams like the Sixers and Nets outside of the top 8. What makes you guys think of that? What do you think?
Look at the top 3, Knicks, Hornets, and Bulls. And I love that you can improve in the offseason, really work individually as a player, but collectively get good pieces. That surprises me, but in a good way. Tears of joy, right?
You know what I like about it is that all these teams, right, when you look at a team like the Wizards and you look at a team like the Cavaliers, nobody talked about them, including myself, right? And the Wizards, they have a team. They have a team, and they playing with passion. And a lot of them playing with a chip on their shoulder.
Well, and you know it can get a little bit dangerous when people are playing with a chip on their shoulder. And speaking of, coming up, the reigning Rookie of the Year, LaMelo Ball, is joining NBA today. So we will be sure to talk about his suit and if he has any cars to match this outfit. I mean,
did you see
plot
the walk,
twist.
though? The walk here.
He might.
He does.
I'm on.
It's always been a dream for me to play in the NBA. I want to be one of the greats.
There is the man of the hour in probably the most anticipated debut of any first-year athlete in any sport. LeBron James' first shot is good. It didn't take him too long. Here he comes the other way. There's your first James jam.
This is getting out of control. He's not disappointing me, I'm telling you right now.
25 points, 9 assists.
He's going to be a great player in this league.
LeBron made his debut on this date 18 years ago, and since then he's become the 3rd leading scorer in NBA history behind only Kareem and Karl Malone. Here are all the buckets he has scored throughout his career, and if he stays healthy, he's likely to pass Malone later this season. Look at that. It's incredible.
It's crazy. He's still going. We came in the same year. I just started my second career.
I mean, did your shot chart look
Well, it didn't look close to that.
Yeah, I'm sure it was close. All right, back with Perk, Chene, and Zach Lowe's coming in soon. LeBron is a game-time decision to play tonight against the Cavaliers per Frank Vogel, but he has had a very memorable career. And I want to know from each of you, what your favorite LeBron moment was over the course of his career. And I know it's still going. I know it's not over yet, but Perk, I'll start with you.
I know it's a lot, but I'm going to go with 2006 Eastern Conference Finals, Game 5, right, against the Detroit Pistons. This was LeBron James' coming out party. Oh. This is when he took over the NBA as the best player. Oh. 25 straight points in the fourth quarter, going against one of the stingiest defenses ever in the game of basketball, and he dominated them in great fashion.
And my favorite moment from LeBron James's career is probably the photo. And real hoopers, everyone knows exactly what that photo is, right? We think, sort of looking at it, oh, it was a lob. Actually, it was sort of a bounce back by D-Wade. This moment to me just solidified, I want to run and play at a high level. That nice little bounce. A lot of people think it was like him throwing it in, but no, that's even harder level of difficulty. And we got the best photo ever. Now every two people playing on a court want to recreate that.
Absolutely, like this. Hey, Zach Lowe, what's your favorite moment?
Nobody picked the block? How could nobody pick the block? Nobody picked Game 6 in Boston in 2012?
Me too.
No, I'm not picking either. I'm going under the radar. Everybody remembers Ray Allen's shot to tie Game 6 of the 2013 Finals. What people don't remember is the Heat going into that fourth quarter down by 10, facing a home loss, a finals loss where they're going to be branded a disappointment, a one-trick pony. And LeBron James scored or assisted on 17 straight points and 29 of Miami's 38 points over the rest of the game to come back and win in overtime. If you take 15 minutes and watch that, it's one of the great sustained examples of sports excellence ever. It's post-ups, it's pick and rolls, it's passing, it's jump shots, it's fast breaks, and his defense, my God, peak LeBron on defense was everywhere. Go back and watch that 17 minutes of basketball. It's incredible. So I'm going with that because it's a little under the radar.
Well, this Perk and Zach bromance might be replacing RJ and Perk, and I like it. All right, well, since Zach brought it up, I'll mention it. Let's take a look at the block. Let's just do it. I mean, I can't say it's my favorite, but it's certainly the most memorable. My family was in the building that night. My goodness. I mean, that belongs on posters. I mean, incredible. Cleveland, that one was for you. That one was special. Shout out to the Queen, Doris Burke. All right. Hey, Big Perk. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, so now that we're over at the big LED board, let's debut a new segment just for you, my friend.
I got a segment.
Let's get it. Can you tell us about this segment?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you all about it. Look, let's get it, right? I'm honoring and giving flowers to the guys that are getting it out the trenches, getting it out the mud, that's doing things that don't show up in the stat sheet. If you cute and sassy, then damn it, this ain't for you.
All right.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's start it off.
Mitchell Robinson and Joel Embiid.
You see him, huh? He's fighting Joel Embiid, takes an elbow. He don't give up. I'm going to get this ball. He gets the jump ball. He goes to the center, then he wins it. Look at him battling the big fella.
Ooh.
Look, you can't touch it. This is coach's porn right here. This is what you want to see right here. You see him battling this. Look at it. That's what I'm talking about. This is culture right here. Next up, we're going to the Rockets.
All right.
We're going to the Rockets. The rookie.
Şengün.
I don't want to say his name. I'm going to call him the Big Turkey. Okay? Look at him. Diving on the floor. Kicking it up to Tate for the good spin move. Look at the spin move right here. Two hands snatching the screws out the rim. That's what we going with, guys getting it out the mud right here. This is what coaches want to see. This is what I built my career on. There's nothing cute and sassy about it.
Nothing cute and sassy about it.
Yeah.
Is there anything cute and sassy about this one?
Nah, not at all. And you know we've been talking about the Knicks. Let's talk about Fournier, the culture, right? The culture. Look at him playing the passing lane. Kick ahead to Obi Toppin, right? Obi Toppin gets the lay-in. It don't stop then. They try to kick it ahead. The Celtics do. Look at Evan Fournier putting his body on the line, taking the charge.
There we go.
See what I'm saying? This is why I say the Knicks will beat the Nets right now, because the culture, look at the passion. Shout out to Tom Thibodeau, and let's get it. Let's get it.
Tom Thibodeau.
Let's get it.
He's getting it. Can you get after it? Yesterday we saw the crossover, but
yeah, I was out of breath. I was out of breath.
But your shoulder's all right, though.
Everything cool.
All right, just making sure. I'm wondering, if there's anything specific that you may have in your bag for us today. Is there anything?
No, not.
He's like, let's not get it.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
It's a rest day, a day in between.
All right, we're gonna get some treatment. You're gonna get in the cold tub, the ice tub a little bit.
Day. I actually hit the floor. I hit the wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I did.
It's not a back-to-back.
I checked on the wall, though.
It's not
okay.
a back-to-back today.
It's
not a back-to-back.
Okay.
It's not a back-to-back. All right, fine. We'll let you have this one.